I've said it before, but I'll say it again. SUVs and crossovers are selling like hotcakes. They're like a huge thorn on the side of sedans, which sad to say is a dying breed. So how are manufacturers responding to this phenomenon? Well, they're making more and more crossovers. Case in point, Hyundai with their latest addition to their crossover family. Introducing the Hyundai Venue. Hyundai already has a vast lineup of SUVs and crossovers. They have the Palisade, the Santa Fe, the Tucson, and the Kona. But if they already have a subcompact crossover, then what do you call this? Well, since the world can't have too many crossovers or SUVs, this is also a subcompact, but a more affordable one at that. And while it's great that manufacturers are trying to make crossovers attainable for more people by making them smaller and hence more affordable, does that mean we shouldn't expect much from this? Well, the GLS comes in two variants, the top-spec GLS variant and this base model GL variant. And since this is the most affordable one of them all, let's see what you get or what you don't get. Starting with the exterior, you'll see that the headlights are built into the bumpers rather than positioned on top of it, which seems to be a growing trend in modern car design. You'll be happy to know that even the GL variant comes standard with LED DRLs and LED headlights. This also has what Hyundai calls static bending lights, which illuminates your path as you make a turn. The front grille resembles what you'd find on Hyundai's bigger crossovers. And in true crossover fashion, you get body cladding all around the vehicle. Along the side, you get 15-inch wheels, and I know that's a bit small for this day and age, but the taller sidewall should help provide a more comfortable ride. At the back, you get these squarish LED taillights, which come standard across the range. Lifting this tailgate reveals 355 liters of cargo space, which is adequate if you intend to use this as a grocery getter. You even get a dual-level luggage board and this trunk cover that folds neatly behind the seats in case you don't need it. And the rear seats are foldable in case you need more space. Now let's go check out the rest of the interior. Now, I wouldn't exactly call this interior jaw-dropping, but the good thing is, it's not devoid of niceties either. It still pretty much gives you everything you need. For starters, you get this 8-inch touchscreen, which comes standard with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You even get a reverse camera. Also standard across the range is automatic climate control, which is extremely easy to operate. And while this interior may be considered bare by modern standards, there's just something to appreciate about the simplicity here. The gauges are easy to read, and you still have a mechanical connection with the car in the way that you move the gear selector and engage the park brake. Which is something I think a lot of people will still appreciate. After all, operating a vehicle with minimal guesswork is never a bad thing. Now, you do get a lot of hard plastics here, which is forgivable at this price point. But I just wish they made the touch points a little softer than what you'd get from a park bench. But overall, it's still a comfortable place to sit, thanks to these extremely supportive seats and the fact that you have an armrest. I also really appreciate the fact that this has a tilt and telescopic steering column, which makes it easier to find your ideal driving position. Now, what's surprising here is that you get various drive modes where you can select from normal, eco, and sport. But you can also alter the traction depending on whether you're using this on the snow, mud, or sand, which really gives it an SUV vibe. Now, at the back, there really isn't much to write home about. The only nicety you get there is not having to take the train. But in any case, there is enough leg and headroom for someone my height. I'm a few hairs shy of being 5'8", and as you can see, I'm not cramped back there. So the Venue may pass for a crossover on the outside, but here on the inside, it really just feels like you're sitting in a regular hatchback. But I guess the good thing about that is this should be a breeze to drive. Under the hood, you get a 1.6-liter double overhead cam engine that produces 121 horsepower, and 151 Newton meters of torque. This is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Prices for the Venue starts out at 915,000 pesos for this GL variant and tops out at 985,000 pesos for the top spec GLS variant, which will give you additional goodies such as side and curtain airbags, push button start, and other aesthetic goodies. So the Hyundai Venue may be an affordable alternative for a crossover, but it's nice to know that affordable doesn't have to equate to bare bones.